Indirect methods of measurement. Of length. A ruler cannot be used to measure the circumference of a cylinder because the circumference is a curved surface and a ruler is a straight rigid object. Therefore, we cannot bend the ruler around a curved object. When the measurement cannot be measured directly, we use indirect method of measurement. For this, the measurement system has to be modified. Let us perform the following activities to understand how we can measure the length using indirect methods. Activity: to measure the diameter of a circular or spherical object. Take a metal spherical ball and two wooden blocks. Place the spherical ball between two blocks. Mark the point of contact of sphere with the blocks. Using a ruler, measure the distance between the inner faces of the two blocks which are in contact with the sphere. If the ruler is placed and shown in the figure, the difference between the two readings on the ruler gives the diameter of the sphere. Activity: to measure the length of a curved line. Take a thread and tie a knot on its one end. To measure the length of a given curved line, place the knot of the thread at one end of the line. Now, move the thread along the length of the curved line carefully. Hold the thread at small distances between your thumb and first finger. Continue in this manner till you reach the other end of the curved line. Using a ball pen, put a mark on the thread where it just touches the last point on the line. Now, stretch the thread along a meter scale and measure the length from the knot to the ink mark. The length of this portion is the length of the given curved line.
Measurement of volume. The space occupied by a body is called its volume. The SI unit of volume is the cubic meter, m⁻³. Volume of liquids like milk, oil and petrol are measured in liters. Small volumes are usually measured in milliliters. Volume of regular bodies. We can calculate the volume of regular bodies by simple measurements and by using the following simple formulae. Volume of cube equals length into length into length equal to L⁻³. Volume of cuboid equals length into breadth into height equal to L into B into H. Volume of irregular bodies. Bodies which have no regular shape are called irregular bodies. Their volume cannot be found by measuring their dimensions. If a solid is completely immersed in a liquid, it displaces a volume of liquid equal to its own volume. This fact is used in finding the volume of irregular solids. The volume of irregular solids can be measured by using a measuring cylinder. The volume of the solid is found by measuring the volume of water it displaces.
Welcome to today's podcast on volume. In today's session, we are going to learn how to use a formula to calculate the volume of any rectangular or square prism. Firstly, what is volume? Pause this podcast and discuss this with the person next to you. Volume is the amount of space an object takes up. So, how many 1 centimetre cubes will fit inside the object? In class, you may have been using the 1 centimetre cubes to work out the volume of rectangular prisms. Today, we are going to learn how to use a formula to work out the volume of any rectangular prism. Before we start, it's very important that we know what unit of measurement we use to measure volume. When measuring volume, we use cubic centimetres or cubic metres. So, how do we calculate volume? To calculate volume, we need to use a formula. The formula for calculating the volume of a prism is length times width times height. We can also write it V equals L times W times H. So let's have a go at using the formula. This rectangular prism has a length of 5 centimetres, a width of 2 centimetres and a height of 3 centimetres. Now remember our formula? Volume equals length times width times height. So our prism has a length of 5 centimetres, a width of 2 centimetres and a height of 3 centimetres. So to work out our volume, we need to times 5 times 2 times 3. Let's have a go. The first thing we need to do is times the length, 5 centimetres, by the width, 2 centimetres. So we need to times 5 times 2. So 5 times 2 equals 10. So 10 is the length times the width. Our next step is to times 10 centimetres, which is our length, times our width, by 3 centimetres, which is our height. So 10 times 3 equals 30. So the volume of our prism is 30 centimetres cubed. Because we times 5 centimetres our length, times 2 centimetres our width, times 3 centimetres our height, which gave us 30 centimetres cubed.
Volume. Hey children, let us learn about the volumes of different objects. This is a measuring jar. It can be observed that the water level does not change. This is because water is heavier than the matchbox. To find the volume of the matchbox, fill it with sand or any other powder and place it inside the jar. The change in level of the water is the volume of the matchbox. Now that we have understood the meaning of volume, let us find out the volumes of these.
Volume of liquids. The volume of liquids is generally measured in litre. For this, various measuring vessels are used. Each vessel has its capacity marked on it. The capacity of a vessel is its internal volume. It is equal to the maximum volume of liquid it can contain. The capacity is usually marked in milliliters or cubic centimeters, cm raised to 3 or cc. 1 milliliter equals 1 cubic centimeter or 1 cc. 1000 milliliters equals 1 liter. In the laboratory, the volume of liquids is measured by using a measuring flask or measuring cylinder. Measuring flask is a glass vessel which is used to measure a definite volume of liquid. The measuring cylinder is a tall graduated cylindrical container with a spout at the upper end. It is usually made of glass. The graduations are in cubic centimeter and are edged on the side of the cylinder like a scale. Liquids in narrow tubes have a curved surface or meniscus. The volume of liquid in a measuring cylinder is read by placing the eye in level with the liquid meniscus. Any desired volume of liquid can be measured with the measuring cylinder.